Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Red Devils Rebuild. My Manchester United say on Football Manager Mobile 19 since the last episode when we beat Leeds 4-1 and lost 1-0 at home to Chelsea. We have been on a reasonable run of form. We have 4 wins and 2 draws. We beat Tottenham 3-0, Reading 4-1, Liverpool 2-1 at Anfield, and we hammered Everton 6-1. The draws there: Schalke 0-0 in the first game of the Champions League knockout stages, and a 1-1 draw with Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. So we quickly go ahead and take a look at the Premier League table first of all. After 29 games, there's only 9 games left. We're 5 points clear of Manchester City, who have played a game less, but a 5-point lead at the top of the table at this time of the season is not to be sniffed at all. And obviously, as you saw there in the Champions League, we drew 0-0 in our first knockout game against Schalke. So in today's episode of the Red Devils Rebuild, we will be at home to Newcastle in the Premier League, so away to Newcastle in fact in the Premier League, and at home to Schalke in that second leg of the knockout stage of the Champions League. So the team to face Newcastle at St James's Park in this Premier League game is David De Gea in goal, back four of Luke Shaw, Holdsworth, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, resting Tierney, Delo and Milito for the Champions League game. Garner and McTominay in midfield. Dos Santos, Havertz, Chong behind Mason Greenwood. Up front, we've got a bit of firepower on the bench. We've got Herrera, Gomez, Martial, Luis Suarez and Paul Pogba all making the bench. We just want to kind of keep players fit for the Champions League game. With 5 points clear in the league, so we really want to win the Champions League this year. Getting to the Newcastle game. This is the game I would expect us to win. Hopefully we shouldn't have any drama here at St James's Park. Luke Shaw with the ball out wide, looking for Dos Santos Silva, and it goes out to throw in to Manchester United. Havertz looking for Chong, I think. I'm not sure who he was looking for. That pass, United passing it about very nicely indeed. Newcastle seem to be pressing us a little bit here, which is a little bit worrying. Colback's picked up an injury, but it is not serious. Wan-Bissaka throws the ball in. It goes out to a free kick for Newcastle. And De Gea saved. That was nearly a goal there for Newcastle. And Kai Havertz with a foul there on So. McTominay closing down in midfield, nicely doing Scott McTominay things. United can't seem to get a grip of this game at the moment. Only had 1 shot, none on target. 32 minutes in here at St James's Park, and it's still 0-0. Dos Santos can get the cross in, and it's a goal for Manchester United. Kai Havertz scores. Dos Santos Silva with the assist. That puts us now 8 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka again, Chong. Havertz, United come in now. They're starting to get into their groove here at St James's Park, just on the stroke of half time. 1-0 up in this lovely pink kit. 12 points clear of Chelsea there, we're down in third. It definitely is Manchester United and Manchester City battling it out for the Premier League title. We are 8 points clear. We have 8 games left. That City have got 2 games in hand now. So even if they win those, we'll still be 2 points in front of our Manchester rivals. Dos Santos Silva having a good game there. His average is 7.80. He's only played a few games, but he's got a 2 8s and a 10 in a row there, so good for Dos Santos Silva there. Kai Havertz with the goal, also having a good game. Hopefully we can keep this up for the second half and beat Newcastle here and go a step closer to winning back-to-back Premier League titles. Luke Shaw then with the ball into Mason Greenwood, find Kai Havertz, McTominay, Wan-Bissaka, Chong looking for Greenwood, can't find him, cleared by Newcastle, but Harry Maguire with it. Last minute tackle there by Maguire, Holdsworth out to Shaw. Luke Shaw then looking for Dos Santos Silva, and we're just on the hour mark. We'll probably make some changes after this free kick. Anything comes of that? No. Wan-Bissaka's got the ball. Chong. Greenwood. Wow. Glorious chance for Mason Greenwood to make it 2-0. Doesn't quite happen. Okay, we're going to make some changes. Greenwood needs to come off. Put Suarez up front for Greenwood. Gomez on for Kai Havertz. Get Lindelof on for Harry Maguire. Just to keep Havertz and Maguire fit for the Schalke game in the Champions League. It's 20 minutes to go. United is still 1-0 up. Newcastle probably have the better of it, to be honest, with more shots on target and only a little bit less possession. But Newcastle are coming forward again. Kai, when they've equalised this 1-1 with 10 minutes to go. Is it offside? I think he's been given offside. United got away with that one there. It is still 1-0 at St James's Park. The Newcastle goal was disallowed. So Kai Havertz at the moment is going to win this game for Manchester United. Let's quickly take a look at Tammy Abraham. He's still on loan from Chelsea. That might be a player that we can look at potentially. 6 minutes to go, and then United are still 1-0 up. Wan-Bissaka's having a Liverpool game at fullback. About 4 minutes to go. Can United hold on here at Newcastle? Be a big win. Really will push us closer to winning that Premier League title. But Newcastle is still coming again. We need to short this midfield, I think, a little bit. Oh, that was nearly a goal. 4 minutes added on here at the end of the first half at the second half, sorry, at St James's Park. We're going to move Dos Santos there behind Suarez, move Gomez and Chong out wide just to shore it up a little bit. McTominay, Suarez, Chong, Wan-Bissaka. Chong should have scored. Glorious chance there for Chong. Oh, that's close. Suarez on the counter attack then. Luis Suarez. Newcastle. Oh, De Gea saved the day again. David De Gea, absolute monster in that Manchester United goal. Oh, and they've scored. Newcastle in the 94th minute have equalised at St James's Park. Just praising David De Gea, and then that happens. It is Newcastle United 1, Manchester United 1. Newcastle. To be honest with you, Newcastle probably should have won that game. Goal disallowed from Tammy Abraham on the 81st minute. 94th minute equaliser there, so that puts United 6 points clear with 2 games in hand on Manchester City. Okay, so the team to face Schalke in the second leg of the Champions League first knockout round. 0-0 from the first leg, of course. David De Gea in goal, back four of Tierney, Milito, Maguire, Dalot, our usual back four. Paul Pogba and Scott McTominay in the midfield. We are without Ander Herrera and Adrian Silva, who are both suspended for today's game. So Pogba plays alongside McTominay. Kai Havertz takes Pogba's place behind Luis Suarez, and Anthony Martial and Wilfried Zaha are out wide. We obviously need to win this game, score draw. We'll put Schalke through because of the 0-0 draw in the first leg. So we need to win the game, win the tie to go. We need to win this match to go through. Basically, a draw will send Schalke through. Pogba into Kieran Tierney. Tierney with the cross, looking for Luis Suarez, and he goes just wide of the post. First attempt for United, 12 minutes in. Wilfried Zaha with the ball, and nothing comes of that cross from Zaha. Pogba into Kai Havertz. Paul Pogba. It's a goal kick to Schalke then. Diogo Dalot is in trouble with the referee, and he's going to get a yellow card. So Dalot booked there. Not ideal. That was Milito with the corner, looking back for McTominay, who is fouled. It's going to be a free kick to United just outside of the D. Kai Havertz looks to be taking it. Havertz Straight at the keeper there. Took that far too early. But Tierney, Melito, Maguire, Diego Dalot, Wilfred Zaha, and Schalke are counter-attacking. United are all at 6s and 7s. Pogba can't get it. United are all over the place and it goes over the bar. It's a free kick to Manchester United. That was a little bit nerve-wracking. We've dominated this game. We've got 50-50 possession. We've had 9 shots, 3 on target. And Schalke have not had an attempt yet in this match. If we do not go through, I will be a little bit disappointed. McTominay doing Scott McTominay things in the midfield there. But must be getting close to half time. I didn't see how long was added on at the end of this second half by the referee. Kai Havertz, Maguire. Oh, I should have scored there. Great chance for Manchester United. 10 shots now at that Schalke goal. We just cannot get the ball in the back of the net. Half time 0-0. See that Luis Suarez not doing well up front. Going to switch Suarez and Martial to see if that does a little bit better. Suarez is not scoring many goals since he signed for Barcelona. Melito, Pogba, Kai Havertz there looking for Anthony Martial. It's a free kick to Manchester United. Who's taking this one? It is Pogba with the free kick then. Zaha scores 1-0. Wilfred Zaha assist. I believe it was assist from Eder Milito there. The young Brazilian centre-back coming up, trumps again for Manchester United with the assist. Wilfred Zaha with the goal. Tierney now with the ball on the left-hand side. Tierney gets the cross in, looking for Suarez. So Havertz and Martial both closing down, pressing from the front. Very good. McTominay with the free kick then. Had a man sent off, so I think we'll quickly make some changes now. Just over 15 minutes away from getting through to the next round of the Champions League here at Old Trafford. 1-0 up against Schalke on the night. 1-0 on aggregate. We're going to bring Mason Greenwood on for Anthony Martial. Give Martial a little rest. Get some young, fresh legs on there. With Mason Greenwood, Dos Santos Silva. We're going to bring him on for Luis Suarez on the left-hand side. Play him as a winger and right, Kai Havertz needs to come off as well, so we're going to bring Gomez on for him as an advanced playmaker. Hopefully we can see out these last 15 minutes. We're looking very tired at the moment, but they are down to 10 men, so hopefully we can do it. Greenwood with the corner. Easily cleared by defenders. Mason Greenwood goes again, another corner to Manchester United in the 79th minute here at Old Trafford, and it's again poor corner from Greenwood, but Greenwood cuts in. Maguire sees that out and he goes to a throw into Schalke. They're attacking here. It's a good save from De Gea, keeping them out. Crucial from David De Gea there. If Schalke would have scored, they would have been in pole position to qualify for the next stage of the Champions League. But Wilfred Zaha is on a counter-attack, and Gomez should have scored. Gomez should have made it too, and United would have been through. Pogba, Tierney, just the corner now to United, and calling him to nothing, but United are still in the attack. Oh, Maguire gives it away. Harry Maguire with, oh my God, just past the post. Harry Maguire, absolute howler from Maguire there. That could have sent United out of the Champions League. Going to be Mr. Reliable at the back there. Harry Maguire looking for Wilfred Zaha. Zaha gets the cross in. Zaha. Okay, just keep the ball up there now. 92 minutes played. Do not do anything stupid. Greenwood with a corner bounces off for a goal kick to Schalke. That should be all she wrote. Dos Santos Silva closing down Bernardelli. Tierney can't get it. Melito picks it up there. And Pogba gives it away. 94 minutes played nearly. Just come on, Greenwood, get the ball. 1-0 win for Manchester United. Wilfred Zaha in the 55th minute. The only goal of the time. At 18 shots there to Schalke's 2. We really should have got more goals. It's a draw for the quarter-final of the Champions League has been made, and we are drawn against Monaco, which doesn't seem to be a terrible draw. In the other games there, PSG, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla and Liverpool, and Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund in all German ties. So for us to get Monaco, I don't think that's a bad draw. Okay, so in the next episode of the Red Devils rebuild, we are going to show the Manchester City game could be a Premier League title decider there at the Etihad against Manchester City, and the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final against Monaco. And we're not going to show you the first leg because of that City game sandwich in between, so we'll show you the City game at the Etihad and the away leg against Monaco in the Champions League quarterfinals. If you did enjoy this episode of the Red Devils rebuild, please pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager content, and we'll catch you in the next one.